If you've been involved in an auto accident, you're not alone. There are more than 100 auto accidents each month in Cape Girardeau County. I would like to talk to you about slow impact whiplash. The number one thing to think about when you've been in an accident is that your body's been injured. Not only has your car been injured, but your body's been injured too. The muscles, the joints, the ligaments, the spine, the discs, the nerves, these have all been injured. And if you've bent metal on your car, you can be assured that you have also damaged your body too. The worst type sometimes are the low impact ones because they go unnoticed. People think that they're okay, but they're really not. Studies have shown that a low impact injury can cause 5 to 10 G's to your neck and to your head as that spine whips from side to side and forward to back. It could happen in any direction. That means that your head can be going 50 to 100 miles per hour. When that happens, ligaments, muscles, tendons, discs, nerves, things can be torn and injured. We get in our office a lot of times, people come in, they say they're starting to have neck problems out of nowhere. But I'm going to tell you right now, neck problems don't happen out of nowhere. It took a specific incident that developed over time in order for that to happen. A lot of times it can be traced back to an accident. Another most important thing is to get treatment as soon as possible. This is very important because as your body goes through the injury, muscles are torn, all that soft tissue that I mentioned before is torn, those ligaments, those discs, nerves are stretched. And when the body is going to start to heal itself now, it's going to try to start to repair all these damaged soft tissues like the muscles, and what it does is it replaces those torn areas with scar tissue and collagen, and the body's going to try to heal itself. We want to make sure that you're in your proper position while that healing is taking place. I need to see a patient as frequently as possible to make sure that their spine is lined up while their body goes through that normal healing phase. Some of the problems that can arise if they don't would be future problems of disabilities, numbness and tingling down the arm. 5 years from now you may start to have carpal tunnel and not even remember why because you don't do anything repetitive. And it could all result back to that original injury. A lot of people following an accident think that they're okay. They may not have a lot of symptoms at that time, but we found that if ignored or if they didn't do the proper treatment, then later on those symptoms can get worse as well. All too often following an accident, a person may go to the emergency room, which they need to if it's been a terrible accident, but they'll get a checklist of saying this, nothing's broken, you're not bleeding from the inside out, so you're okay. That doesn't mean you're okay. A lot of times they're fine, but the emergency room doctor is an emergency room doctor. He thinks of fine as they're not going to die. And that's great, but they're released with medications and not much instruction. Now they have injuries that need to be corrected. They need to be assessed, they need to be fixed. You could take medication until you're blue in the face and it's not going to fix a muscle strain or a ligament strain. Sometimes people end up going to physical therapy, and physical therapy is good for a lot of conditions as well. And sometimes I refer to physical therapists as well too. But when a joint has been injured, the doctor to go to is a chiropractor. Chiropractors are experts in treating, realigning, and restoring normal function to the joints. And this is going to be very important if you want to continue having a good, healthy, pain-free life from years to come. One thing a person needs to consider if they've been in an accident is how important it is to protect yourself. Not just your body, but also your claims too. So it becomes an issue because you have to deal with insurance companies. You don't need to pay for the injuries that you've had. It wasn't your fault. So a lot of times a person will start to get calls. Are you ready to settle? Would you like to end this case? And they may even show you a little bit of extra money. Don't sign that at all until you've had a good evaluation. All too often I get people coming to my office who have already signed their release, and it's too late now for them as far as being reimbursed. They have to pay out on their own, and they do because these are injuries. They may have showed up a month later. So don't hesitate to come in just to get a checkup following an auto accident. Secondly, you want to have good attorney representation. Let us handle your body, let an attorney handle the insurance. You don't need to deal with that.
Several years ago, I was T-boned by a truck coming out of an intersection. So I went to the hospital with my son, and they took care of me and said, go to your doctor. Went to a medical doctor, and he refused treatment unless I paid up front. And it's like, oh no, this is not my fault, so I'm not going to. So I decided that chiropractic, since I've been in it all my life, was going to be the thing for me. And so I started going to Dr. Pappas, and we did the x-rays, and he showed me and explained everything to me, and then started treatment.
I've been in several car accidents. There have been a few car accidents that I've been in that were low impact crashes. I mean, we may have been going 5 to 20 miles an hour. And then there was one when I was fixing to graduate high school. It was pretty severe, and it's a miracle that I walked away. I started receiving chiropractic care at a very young age. It's something that my mother did and instilled in me when I was very young. After all of the car accidents I've been in, I did receive chiropractic care. I found that the ones that were low impact, I was more sore, and I felt like I may have sustained more injuries from those than I did the bigger accident. That chiropractic care is what healed me, and I feel like I would have sustained a whole lot of more injuries, or I would have a whole lot more problems now as a young adult had I not received the care that I did. I know that some people, or as humans, we have this preconceived notion about any kind of doctor that, you know, it might hurt, or anything that you get at a doctor's office can sometimes be uncomfortable or uninviting. I found that my chiropractic visits, or going to a chiropractor, made me feel better. The environment was very warm. They did a history and a physical and made sure that they knew my body as well as they could before they gave me any treatment.
This technique was awesome because there's no pain. You just immediately feel better.
When I left that office, I felt like I was on the path to healing in the right way.
That's the first place I'll go is Dr. Pappas.
Immediate care is vital. We don't ask for an accident. It just happens. Call us today at 573-243-5095 to schedule your appointment, and I will personally take care of you.